In the previous episode, I completed the Triangulating a Circle campaign quest, which required deploying these scanners in a Power 15 plus zone mission. It also additionally kind of recommended industrial or urban zones, but didn't straight out say that it required it. I kind of wasn't unsure whether I want to focus on the hoverboards or continue with Storm Shield Defense 6. And I think in this episode, I'm going to continue with Storm Shield Defense 6, and then I'm going to try to do the hoverboard somewhere before I have Van or Astrovan finished, because I feel like going through this entire game without the hoverboard is actually going to make me upset. So in terms of Storm Shield Defense 6, I think, yeah, install third Amplifier and defend the Storm Shield. I'm gonna have to probably, well, I mean, I know I'm gonna have to build for an Amplifier plus trap tunnels, and I'm also aware that I may have to with my much higher amount of resources as per like in consideration of last time, I'm going to have to probably fix up a lot of the mistakes that I left since Defense 5. Additionally, I keep forgetting research points is a thing, mostly because on my main account, I don't actually ever open this tab because I have everything maxed out. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a bunch into all of it. Actually, I would like maybe a little bit more fortitude, to be honest. So 3 fortitude and 2 on the rest. In terms of upgrades, I do have an upgrade point, and I can get the hover turret at last. I've only waited all of an eternity for this. However, it is notable that the upgrades, or the rather the gadgets, do have to be upgraded over time as you unlock them. And well, one thing with that means that the hover turret, I'll have one hover turret that is relatively slow firing and probably lower damage. I'm still gonna grab it because I do love having the hover turrets. They're just like that little bit more firepower, and especially in zones that aren't high power level enemies, then it actually can damage them. If you're using them in like the higher level zones in the game, they probably won't do that much. In terms of my backpack, I'm going to recycle the Tiger Jaw here, mostly because it is not going to be used. You might want to hold on to this grenade launcher for a bit longer. And in terms of llamas, I did get this super range llama here, and it is so tempting. Some pretty good epic ready weapons, but this choice between the vacuum tube bow or the Vindertech Seeker, I'm willing to spend 1,000 tickets on this just because I can get a vacuum tube bow. And then when I have Stoneheart Pharaoh, it's gonna be like really good. Well, I mean the vacuum tube bow is good on its own. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy this. Now, I don't really care about the X-ray tickets. Whether you're a founder or not, you will gain these passively just through gameplay and daily quests and whatnot. Yeah, so as much as I do love the Vindertech Seeker, it is not the best choice here. I would actually prefer the Vacuum Tube Bow because with this perk that I can unlock later on, which I'm still very close to being able to unlock this, bear in mind, I think. Yeah, it should be really close. Um, Not really. It's like Canny Valley, I think. I do want to have this just for later though. And then I will recycle the Epic Rarity Thrasher, the Copper Stinger, the Copper Breacher, Copper Panther, and the Copper Other Thrasher, not the purple one. Well, recycling both. The Bolt can stay and the Sunsetter can stay. Vacuum Tube Sniper, to be honest, I was going to say that can stay, but it can go. Don't really want it. That'll probably give me a collection book level. Yep, that's a collection book level, or 2. It's 2. 10 drops of rain and 100 more rare flux. Let's go ahead and head over to the Stonewood map and I guess Storm Shield Defense 6. Obviously doing it on no fill because the last thing I want is teammates of any variety. Reason for that is for those who have already experienced this game, Stonewood is, I guess, like kind of a cesspool of annoying players, AFKers, leechers, traders, anyone who's trying to do anything they can to not let the mission start and not let people progress. And basically, with my goal being to progress, I want to not do that. Ray didn't even say the whole sentence because the game didn't load in correctly, I guess. I don't understand that. So nonetheless, I do need to place another amplifier. And so the amplifiers I've placed so far have been this one to the south of the storm shield and this one to the west of the storm shield. Reason being, both of those two will block spawns for the storm shield itself, meaning enemies attacking the storm shield will only come from this direction on the east, where I have the most inefficient, cheap garbage tunnel setup imaginable. I can't believe I made that work. So I'm guessing the only amplifier I can actually set up is this one. And then I believe there's one after this one. I don't know. Because there's still multiple options. There's like 3 more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this amplifier here. And I think sometime in the future I might place this one down here. Or I will place I might place the one way up there. I might have to take a better look at the area. Though I do have a lot of building and a lot of other things to set up. So actually, having now Amplifier C is a benefit to my B amplifier because it means the enemies are no longer going to be attacking from this direction. This means I don't have to do anything here. I can just leave this exactly how it is, minus that wall. That wall can go, and I'll place it there. Probably won't do anything. I don't have the most amount of free space to get in there as I would like, but I can still make things work quite easily. I need to get a wall there. I really wish I had a bit more free space to navigate the area. Though I think I can make something like this work. I do have plenty of random traps, which I'll make sure to use. Or recycle. For the most part, I'm recycling them. I actually miscalculated the floor spikes. I need 2 more. So despite the fact that I can't actually walk out here, I can still build in these areas, and I believe place traps. Maybe not. I was pretty sure I could. Okay, maybe I can't. So no, I definitely can't place traps outside of the storm shield radius. However, as soon as the storm shield is done, I will be able to place them out there. I do still wish I had broadside traps, but maybe some other time I'll eventually be able to get my hands on some. Yeah, I could definitely get a trap on there, right? Yeah. So the ceiling electric field traps are usable up to 2 tiles, like this. And according to the description of them, they have a 3x3 tile range around the trap, meaning this one ceiling electric field trap can hit enemies that are coming up through this way, and will also be able to hit enemies coming through that way. I do want to find some wall traps that I can use here. And I'm not going to be using wall darts because they're not really good for tunnels like these unless I'm putting them outwards, but actually the crazy thing is I can actually do that. I think I can. Oh my god, I can. Okay, so what I'm doing is essentially, well, I mean, I can do it for the most part. Maybe not. Actually, no, I think I can get it on that tile. Not that it's necessary. I'll actually leave that one to be a sound wall. Actually, window like that's fine. And so I'm going to use these wall dynamos. And then I'm going to have my wall darts on these walls. The point of setting up wall darts and wall dynamos like this is that when the enemies walk by, they can get hit by the floor trap, the ceiling trap, this dynamo, and they can also get hit by this wall dart through the window or through a smaller edited wall like this. This kind of just allows you to cram just that little bit more damage into the one tile. And I have no idea why I built all of this out of wood, but I'm going to ignore that because that's probably a benefit. I do wish I could get a little further out there, but for now I think if I can just do a relatively cheap block off like this, that area should be fine. Next up, I have to cover, I believe this ramp. So now that we have the west side of C covered pretty well, I might have to go back and make a little bit of a double check there. Next is the south side. And here, I believe enemies will primarily be coming from anywhere down here and up this ramp. I think I want to try to stop them from using this ramp if possible. So I'm going to use a little bit more wood here, not that I have that much left. And basically just set up that simple block. The point of this is to show that, or well, is rather to show the enemies that there is some resistance. So they'll have the resistance of these, as well as the resistance of everything else that I've set up over here. And that will hopefully kind of tell them, like, not to go over there. It might work, it might not. Realistically, I don't think it will. I haven't even built around the amplifier yet. That's fine. So next, as I do need to cover this ramp, I think what I want to do is get rid of all of these. And what I'm going to do is use some ceiling drop traps. Probably going to need about 2 or 3 of them. Let's not use wood, actually, let's use brick. I can't get one out there, and I can maybe get a trap on that tile. I should check. Oh, I can, just by barely. Seems like for tiles outside of the blue radius wall, you can only get a trap on them if you can get just that little bit of them that are still inside. Like just moments ago, I had an angle where I could get it. I can get one there. And I'm going to use, I guess, my one drop trap. And as this is really important step, as this is an important step, I am going to be placing it while my back is turned towards their spawn, and I'm facing the way that the enemies are going to be walking. So like this. Reason being, then the drop trap will be able to push the enemies backwards down the ramp. And basically my goal with that is just to keep them away from me. I didn't even realize I had tar pit traps. Interesting. I could probably set up... I can set up the best tunnel I'll ever build on this account. Yeah, I actually want to do that just for fun. That was an accident. I did not mean to shoot that. I'll just put that away now. I accidentally pulled it back out. So right now I'm going to essentially apply the same thing I used over on the other side. Where I'm going to have these wall dynamos along the walls here. And then I'm going to have wall darts firing like this. And like I was saying before, the benefits of this is, so within these two tiles, they will have the effect of the currently unplaced floor and ceiling trap, as well as the damage from the wall dynamos and damage from the wall darts. And usually it's good to try to keep enemies within these tiles. So I like to use these on my main account at least. I like to use these in my storm shields and my endurance for like later parts of the tunnels where I want the higher health enemies like the smashers and the mini bosses to die. And so far it's been very effective for me. I'm gonna use my gas traps. And though on the other side I did use wooden floor spikes, on this side I'm gonna use my two tar pit traps. The tar pits are great for keeping enemies in place. It actually stops mini bosses and smashers as well, which, although might not be a problem on this account for a while for me, is a problem later in the game for higher level players and my main account. And yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna do a last in case of emergency thing, and that's just gonna be an extra drop trap here. And of course, facing towards the way they want to walk. So then when this drop trap sets off, the enemies will be coming up. It sets off and it pushes them back down, hopefully far enough so they can get hit by the dynamos and the wall darts again. I'm probably not going to bother leveling that up. And I'm going to place specifically an anti-air right there. No reason at all. In terms of the storm shield, my build over here is a bit of a literal mess. Because I think I did this for like defense 2 or 3 and I just kind of kept it exactly how it is. It might not even hold up for defense 6 how it is. So what I want to do is fully improve it. I'm going to start by knocking down a lot of the walls. And basically I'm knocking down everything. I don't even know why that floor was up there. Let's get rid of that as well. Can I do maybe like something like this? I'm still building this entirely out of wood. I can't afford this. At least I shouldn't be able to. I'm not going to worry about leveling it up. It probably isn't necessary. One thing I'm going to do differently here is actually use a ceiling electric field here. And the reason for this is this ceiling electric should still be able to affect enemies in this tile before the electric and this tile after it. Benefit of that being it's just a little bit of assistance towards the gas traps. And these are just some walls to make them have to navigate differently. So with this one especially, it's instead of going from this tile skipping over, they're blocked by this, so they have to walk around it. They're blocked by this, so they have to walk around it. And they're blocked by this for half the tile, so they have to walk to the further end. Basically just entirely to keep them away from the ending of the tunnel. These two wall darts are just going to crossfire from the way they're coming and the way that they're leaving. And this one's going to crossfire to enemies that reach the second tile. I just had a different idea, but I don't know if I want to go through with it. So I'm going to leave it. These tiles I have a bit more options. And it's so weird doing this like as a low level player, building this the way I build on my main account, which is slightly cursed. Let's use wall lights because I haven't used them at all yet. Just for a little bit of variety, I'll throw that in there. That was an accident. I already have wall darts. Yeah, I can't afford to level that up, but that should be all right. And I do only have level 1 walls around my storm shield itself. And I also want to check out A just a little bit because I know there's some improvements I can and or should make. I wanted to do this last time I was here, but I didn't have it last time. But I want to add just like right here and here these 2 drop traps. These just like how I've been placing other drop traps recently. We'll just push the enemies that are coming up here backwards, which just keeps them away from the tunnel for that little bit longer, and also damages them. So by the time they actually reach the tunnel, they will also be weaker. I could also add wall darts to that tile, so then anything that comes out will get shot. But I could also just have a tile here to do that as well. As for this tunnel, where I can see that I've cheaped out a lot, I want to see what can I do. Okay, so I do have wall spikes there. And I do have a funny idea, but I don't think I have... Yeah, I recycled the last floor launcher that I had. I was going to do a floor launcher and a ramp like this just to throw them back down. I'll do that another time for something else. And that should be all, unless I should... Actually, out of spite, I'll replace these. This is just to get the higher power wooden floor spikes and gas traps, because the damage and the perks on these traps, which my wooden floor spikes don't really need double durability. But the gas traps have the extra damage and reload, which is still actually nicer than the previous gas traps that I had in here. That on top of the power level making a difference. Maybe replace the traps, actually. Yeah, so yeah, I know I just said I'm ready, but no, I'm not. Thought I was ready, but I realized this side of B could use the slight improvement with the traps, so I may as well do that really quick. I'm going to use the wooden floor spikes that I've been using this whole time, and I'm going to use sealing gas, but in a slightly different way. I'm going to use these two and a sealing electric field, just so this electric field can hit the enemies in here and in here, as well as on its main tile. The reason why I haven't been using sealing zappers at all, and I've mostly been recycling them, is because they're still great traps, but primarily for the later parts of the game, especially when you have tar pits and floor freeze and anything else you can use to slow them down. Because the sealing zappers, these ones, they only hit one enemy. It targets a single enemy doing a large amount of damage and impact. So that's just something to keep in mind, because I see a lot of people using sealing zappers incorrectly. And okay, it's just worth noting. So now it's time to actually start the defense. And let's expand the storm shield.
Here we go. Shield power increasing.
I forgot to put on the hover turrets. God damn it. Airstrike them first. I also forgot to place down a couple defender pads, which would have been nice if I need the defenders, but based on the trapping, which is way more than I regularly do for missions on this account, everything should be fine, I think. Yeah, no, they're getting destroyed. Get rid of the lobbers here if possible. I know there's one hiding down there. Man, this pistol's interesting. I didn't want to die. Not, it wasn't interesting enough to be worth dying. And goddamn, that is a lot of zappers. No wonder why I died. I have 5 lives for instant respawn, but I'm not going to waste them now. Because I'm literally going to spawn right over there. Yeah, I'm not even spawning far enough away to warrant using it. And I have to say, as someone who doesn't actually have any experience using the Vintertech pistol, the Vintertech, what is this, Burster? Yeah, the Vintertech Burster. I don't have much experience with this weapon, but it's really interesting me now. Um, I, I, I don't even understand how to describe how I feel about this weapon. It's so, I thought it was slower. That, and I didn't think it would be doing as well as it is. Granted, I'm using this cluelessly without a loadout, and did the roof tile break? Yeah, no, it must have. Lobbers, I assume. And they're attacking B. Over here at Amplifier B, I've made some last minute changes to this tunnel, as well as early on made some changes over here. You can see I forgot to level that up, but that's fine. I'm hoping that the effect of my last minute changes, especially on this tunnel, are noticeable enough to make a difference here. Although I do remember I do have a block off here, which should prevent the enemies from wanting to walk over there. I don't remember if I don't remember if I had a defender thing set up here. I did. Okay. Here, you take this. If anything comes out of that tunnel, you'll probably be able to attack it, right? Not that I think much is coming out. Yeah, a couple are getting close, but that's only because they have the shield bugs. And once those shield bugs are gone, they're dead. I don't really want this vacuum tube revolver. I know it was something I got early on, but I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna switch the buzz cut just because I want to save the energy ammo. I don't have a lot of that, and I probably can't craft much of it either. I can see based on the minimap, but very few enemies are actually going to the other tunnel. And those enemies are just getting wiped out pretty fast. I did forget to add the extra smaller walls here, like these. And I'm not going to bother. So my defender didn't get to do anything because the tunnels were good enough. Next they're attacking Amplifier A, and I did make a lot of changes over here, so everything should be good. So for Amplifier A, the extent of the changes I made was replacing the wooden floor spikes and gas traps, as well as kind of redoing this tunnel a little bit. It's still on the cheaper side in my opinion, but with this extra wall launcher as well as the extra power level on the wooden floor spikes and gas traps, just like the others, it should be able to defend fine, though I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the storm shields, they're attacking east. East? I didn't realize they would attack east. I'm an idiot. Right, so I'm just going to defend this one unprepared. I'm gonna have my defender who I hope can actually get over there. Oh yeah, look at that knockback. Yeah, I actually completely forgot about A East. I completely forgot about that as I don't use Stonewood Storm Shield on my main account that much. Let's repair that wall real quick. Oh, why are you coming from over here? Don't do that. Yeah, this is a problem. I mean like a serious one. So I think it's manageable for now, but I do have to fix that. That's just another hindsight thing from me. Come on, I can't even hurt them. And now my Amplifier is taking in damage. Because I'm an idiot. God damn, those beehives have been there for like an hour. Do these beehives... Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that must have been a good idea. I'm just gonna leave them. Ow. Okay, that... I have no idea why I didn't think about A East. I'm so goddamn stupid. That might be the dumbest thing I've done in this series so far. And I figured I've already done a lot of dumb things. I think Amplifier C, the new Amplifier, should be fine based on the way that I built for these. I probably would have put a wall darts there if I could have done that earlier. I'm not going to do any of that now because I'm going to be essentially wasting my material if I do that, as the traps and the structures won't stay. Kind of just want to see how this goes on its own for a bit before I start jumping in. And apparently I can't craft more ammo. Is this because I'm at max limit or because I don't have wood? That's a lot of gunslingers. And you know what? The one thing I've been doing is placing my goddamn base because I keep forgetting how to do it as on this account. Because it's a completely different control setup. That would have helped a lot earlier on. But that's what I've been doing wrong. The other thing that I feel like I've been doing wrong. So that's good to know. Okay, what's going on here? Where did you come from? Why are you over there? I've never seen enemies walk all the way around here. Is that what they're doing? Yeah, don't do that. Looks like everything's going fine with only about 16 enemies left. These higher health husks are getting out, but they're getting out weak. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to place my base, one of the most basic things as a constructor. I think it's because I genuinely like on my main account I have a more accessible button for the trap wheel, and on this account I don't. And on this account I actually don't think about anything I do as well. I'm gonna actually remember to place my base this time, and I'm gonna place it there. And I have like no wood, no brick. I'm gonna have to do something about that next mission. I'm gonna deploy Defender with the melee weapon again, just in case. I don't think it's gonna be absolutely necessary, but just in case I do need it. There's also some brick in there, that's cool. And I believe as each wave of the Storm Shield goes on, the power level goes up. They are now power... Oh no, they've probably been power 15 this whole time. I'm thinking of Endurance. Let's get away from his explosive. And I hear a Smasher. That is unfortunate. Where's he going? Oh, there's the Smasher. If he would actually walk like a normal coordinated person, then he would not actually have as much trouble as he's having now. And he took so long just to get through that wall that he just died from the gas traps. Let's get rid of our defender because I don't trust Epic to give me back my weapons. I honestly don't remember why I thought Storm Shield Defense 5 would take longer. It is only 5 waves. Or no, that was 6. This is Defense 6, not 5. I'm an idiot. Okay, level 5 loot with a lot of Battle Pass XP and some mini llamas. Much more Battle Pass XP and 10,000 Hero XP. Mission accomplished stage 5 with 50 X-ray tickets. And Home Base Storm Shield Defense 6 with 100 X-ray tickets and some blue wall spikes. Autofill has also updated my squads, and I am power level 9, which further proves the point that I will not be power level 10 by the time I'm finished Stonewood, and I'm pretty sure of that.
Ray, before everyone else calls, I just want to say, in my defense, the storm shield was already making that weird sound before I plugged all those extension cords in.
Dennis.
Bye, Dennis.
Ray, love, do you know where I could find a sextant?
I don't know, 1852? Bye, Penny.
Ray, did you look at the new base mock-ups I sent?
Oh, that's what those were. I thought it was some sort of outsider part. I gotta go.
Okay, Ray seems busy.
You need to talk to your people.
They're trading weapons, I know. You yelled at me about it yesterday.
They're trading weapons.
Can you give me 1 second?
Yelled at them yesterday. Oh my god, that's a good line.
Hi, everyone. It's Ray. If you don't give me 10 minutes to collect my thoughts, I will blow up home base.
Oh my god, that's what that line is from.
What? What is it? What is so important that it couldn't wait?
I think I might be in a position to offer you some help.
Oh, please do.
If you help me find a few supplies, I'll help you manage your team.
Please do. I got some blue wall spikes as a mission reward, and those will be great for replacing my green ones. In terms of my backpack, I forgot to recraft a wraith, so that's why I've been using other weapons. But that's fine. I'll probably use that next mission. And speaking of next mission, my next quest is a new direction. Ray needs some help with managing survivors. The director needs some tools. Search boxes and see what you can retrieve. Search boxes in a power 15 plus city, suburban, or industrial zone. And only requires 5, which means it is very likely I can do it in one mission, which is what I hope will happen. It rewards 6,000 survivor XP, a rare lead survivor, which could be useful, the ability to level up my survivors finally, and 400 X-ray tickets. So then, right after this mission is Van or Astrovan, where I basically finish all of Stonewood, and I'll have all this stuff unlocked, including the jump pad up and directional, which is nice. Actually, I guess just so I don't forget, may as well open these 2 rad llamas. Beat Blaster or Mic Drop? I'll pick the Mic Drop. And hey, there's some epic survivors in here. So for new players, I think opening the event llamas that cost like 500 tickets each, these are really good for basically just gaining items. Like, oh, that's Pathfinder Jess. That's good. She increases pickaxe damage, which is great for farming, as well as resupply missions. A Thumper, that's cool. Thrasher, I don't need. Green lead, I don't actually think I need that. Actually, I was going to recycle that, but I don't think I have an anti-air or a floor launcher, so I'll keep both of those. Also got some XP boosts, which I don't really think I care about. I am power 10 now, so I guess the entire thing I was saying about not being power 10 is now irrelevant. I have a new upgrade point to spend. Then I can increase my backpack size to 90, but my current backpack is 38 of 70, so hell, I don't need it. So instead, can I get Pickaxe upgrade? Yes, now I have the Tech Axe. So by upgrading your pickaxe in Save the World, you can actually gain more that you can use in your locker. Obviously on my main account I have them all, but on this account I don't. I will probably use that next episode if I remember. If not, I'll just stick to this one. Yeah, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and comment down below. This has been Storm Shield Defense 6 from Stonewood.